All right, it's Black Friday, and because it's Black Friday, there's going to be some great deals. I wanted to kind of call these out. Every year, I look through the deals and try to find something that's really interesting, really cool, especially when it comes to things like training. Training's so expensive that being able to capitalize on some of the deals that are going on nowadays, it just makes sense. So, if I'm able to go through this and kind of share this with you, and hopefully somebody will pick up a new class or a new tool that saves them time and helps them learn something new. Amazing. I love it. So this person that goes by Security Meta has gone ahead and aggregated a bunch of deals. They do this every year. They've been doing it since 2018. And what I've always liked is that the deals seem to be vetted. This person takes some extra steps to go through. And they actually even talk about that. I vet things hard. This person is trying to check to see what the quality is. Is it worth posting on here? And I actually enjoy that. I appreciate that. So thank you so much, Security Meta, for doing that. Thank you for aggregating this. So let's dig into it. I'm hoping that some of the deals that I'm pointing out here, these are things that interest me, of course. I have my own personal bias towards offensive security, but there's also some really cool tools in here, like Hack5 has their usual yearly sales, and I love their tools. So none of this is sponsored. I just like deals. I like inexpensive things. So inexpensive, good quality things. So a lot of these folks are really great people, and so hopefully I'll point it out, and this could save you some time, get you into a new course, or even get you into a new service or tool. So as we go down, um, there's free stuff, of course. There's newsletters. I wanted to keep going down, and some of these things I haven't heard of. This is brand new to me. Like I don't know, Defend Flow and Red Hunt Labs. They might be familiar to some of you folks. For me, they're pretty brand new. But there's other ones like Gray Hat Warfare. I actually like Gray Hat Warfare. This is one of the ones that I bought here that I'm going to buy. Great Hat Warfare. What they do is they're it's almost like a census or a Shodan, but for containers and for URL shorteners. Really great tool for trying to find vulnerable AWS buckets and things like that. I think it's worth a shot. So if they're holding a sale, you definitely want to capitalize on that. When I mentioned one of the things I mentioned is that this person does vet this. So notice that he'll put a note here says users have reported that past lifetime licenses expired. I'm not familiar enough with this deal to tell you that's the case, but this is the type of work that this person has taken, the type of steps that they've taken to make sure that you're getting something that's reasonable for you. We keep going down. There's some other great deals. I love Cuba Gretzky. I love Evilginx. What an amazing tool. Cuba, thank you for doing this. So I want to make sure I give you a shout out here. So if you've ever done phishing work and you want to have a good reverse proxy for red teaming, Evilginx is amazing. So Cuba is having a sale as well, just like many others. So you get a 10% discount. From experience, I just want you to know Cuba does not sell just to everybody. There is a process to it because he's very protective of his tool. He wants to make sure that it's used for good. It's not used for malicious purposes. So just know that there might be some vetting on Cuba's part there, and I appreciate that. That's actually really cool stuff. And along with that, if you want to get good on Evilginx, he has his course, the Evilginx Mastery course, which is a complementary to that. And I believe he's also having a sale on that. So let me see. I have my list here. I have a cheat sheet list right here. So Evilginx Mastery. So if you specify Black Week as the code, you get 50% off lifetime access to the course with the code. So that's great. Keep going down. A lot of this stuff is going to be training. There's Nessus. So if you need something from Tenable, 50% off of Tenable. This is a great deal right here. Vulnerability scanning is a common practice in pen testing. So being able to have that is wonderful. Offensive Security is having their promotion as well. So we all know Offensive Security. And so the OSCP is still a kind of like a high standard for penetration testing certifications. So they're promoting 20% off their Learn One subscription platform. So here it is right here. Nice graphic like that. So definitely worth checking out. And as we go down, let's see what, Maldev Academy. Now, if you're into offensive security, you want to start building your own exploits or understanding how exploits are built, Maldev Academy is great. I actually have that. I've gone through some of their labs. You're going to need to understand some C and C++ development capabilities. I don't want to kind of tell you it's all, butterflies and rainbows. You're going to have to know some of that in order to be successful, but it's still a great way to understand how to build your own malware and your own exploits that you can use during your assessments. And so 25% off with the code Black Friday. Now, for those who want to get into OSINT or who want to get better in OSINT, well, Joe Gray, who I do know, Joe is an amazing practitioner in the field of OSINT, open source intelligence. So he's having his own Black Friday sale. So here's a site. You can go about and get to know Joe a little bit. Wonderful person, always willing to help out. I'm glad, and by the way, he has a ton of courses here. Look at that, boom. So definitely worth checking out. Black Friday 2025, and you get 25% off there. As we go down, let's see. There's the Evilginx Mastery course that I was mentioning before. White Knight Labs. This is one that I recently bought. I didn't buy it during Black Friday. I bought it a while back. They had a sale going on, and I think it was about 50% off. I haven't started it yet, and it's one of those things that I'm teeing up. And so what I do like about it is that reading through the course itself and some of the material, they push you into building your own red team infrastructure. So it's more than just saying, hey, go ahead and learn how to do, I don't know, Active Directory assessments. It's more than saying, oh, how am I going to go ahead and attack certificate templates? No, it's actually going out and setting up an AWS EC2 instance and going and working with Cloudflare to set up redirectors and setting up Apache and Nginx and all these different components that go into being a good offensive operator. So this is one that I'm actually really excited to dig a little bit deeper into. And they do a lot more than just that one course that I got. So if we go to their site, you have live training and on-demand. So not only do they offer you the on-demand so you can do it virtually, but if you wanted to go and have somebody teach you hand in hand, they offer that as well. So they have a bunch of Black Friday sales. There's a bundle that they have for on-demand courses only, $1,800, and that's a lot of different stuff that they have. Check it out. I would recommend looking at them, and I got to speak to them at DEF CON as well, which is they super helpful. They want to make sure their students are successful. They will walk you through it, and yeah, definitely worth looking out for these folks. Now, if we keep going down, Alter Security is always good. They have a ton of stuff. They're always doing sales. I'm glad they're doing sales on Black Friday, but Alter Security is another one that does a lot of offensive security training. They are really well known for having great course material. Let's see who else. We go down. Hacktricks. Yes. Okay. So Hacktricks has always been my go-to resource when I need almost like an encyclopedia of little hacking techniques for different services and different ports, and just finding anything that I want. Carlos has done an absolutely amazing job of documenting all these different types of exploits and possibilities and where the pathways are, and I commend Carlos for building that. So definitely worth supporting. I love the fact that he has created a bunch of different courseware, everything from AWS red teaming to GCP, traditional red teaming, and of course he has just a wealth of material on his website, and he's having his courses. Courses are 20% off. Labs and exams are 15% off. And if you buy a bundle, you get 10% extra off. So that's pretty neat. So Carlos, good job on that. As we go down, 0 Point, we can't forget Rasta. So Rasta Mouse, he has created, in my opinion, it's one of the top red team operator courses around. It's his certification is actually mentioned in so many job listings. If you're going to be a red team operator, you're most likely going to see CRTO, and it's always there with other certifications from SANS and Crest and things like that. So Russ has done an absolutely top-notch job on walking you through how to leverage Cobalt Strike. And if you've wanted to use Cobalt Strike but haven't had the chance to do it because of Fortra's really stringent license requirements, I believe Rosser was one of the first ones to actually democratize access to Cobalt Strike in a way that allowed you to use it, be effective with it, while still adhering to the letter of Fortra's license. Fortra is very protective, of course, of their IP because bad actors get such an advanced C2 framework, and which unfortunately they've already done, and they can wreak havoc. So they're trying to be very protective of that. I love the fact that Roster can offer these courses. And then we go to his website. He's offering different bundles. You'll have to go through here, but here's Alex Reed on creating beacon object files for development in tradecraft. This is another great course, but this is the course that I took. It was I learned a lot. Rasta is a great instructor. Definitely worth exploring here. And as we go down, I know there's another one. A lot of these folks I don't know, so I don't want to just recommend folks blindly. But there is one from let me see, Pentester Lab. Yep, I've taken Pentester Lab. Great company, and I'd be remiss not to mention Black Hills InfoSec, John Strand's company. They I love what they do here is pay what you can pricing. And so in this age of cybersecurity training being so expensive, John and company has worked really hard to offer folks an opportunity to learn within the budget that you can pay. So some of the courses are a little bit more expensive, but there's a lot of courses where you pay what you're able to pay. And John, thank you for making training affordable. This is really great. And as you go down, and I'd be remiss not to mention JHT training, Just Hacking Training, from John Hammond. And John's another one who's going into the training world. He's done a lot of great videos on YouTube, and now he's expanding out and creating a platform to help folks become better through different types of topics, everything from the standard offensive security you would expect to OSINT to threat intel. There's just here, I love this Windows log analysis, seamless threat hunting. So John's done a great job offering his Black Friday of Black Friday 25 for 25% off more courses. So again, so many learning opportunities. This is the amazing part. You know, you look back 5 years, 10 years, the amount of training was really, really limited to a small number of vendors. Now there's so much training material available so that everybody can be a part of this and help defend cyberspace. As we go down, there are some other things. SecOps is offering a bunch of training. They've started picking up a lot of steam. I see Jason Haddix talking about the SecOps groups and their pen testing exams. Oh, here's Hack 5, of course. So Hack 5, if you're into more the physical side of the house, or you want tools, actual physical tools like, I don't know, rubber duckies and things like that, this is great. I have a whole kit from them, and I love their tools. You know, plus they have one of the best booths at DEF CON. It's always packed. People always want to pick up the latest gadgets. So Hack 5 has theirs. There's, of course, clothing here, books. No Starch will always have their Black Friday sale. 42% off everything with a code of Black Friday 25. And then, of course, you'll have different services like Proton VPN, Tutanota, which is now called, I guess, Tutamail. I guess they went away from Tutanota to Tuta. And this is more of they compete a lot with Proton in terms of encrypted emails that help to protect your privacy. And then, of course, you have Proton, ExpressVPN, NordVPN. Some of these I don't know. I've not heard of CyberGhost, so I can't recommend them. But you know, I see Proton Mail. I've used Mulvad. Great services. So with that, this is the ones that I've seen here. And I'll make sure to post a link to this because a lot of these sales are going on for a while. It's not just Black Friday. That of course we have Cyber Monday, but it's on GitHub. And again, Security Meta, thank you so much for aggregating all this stuff. You do this every year. I know it's a very selfless act, so thank you so much for doing that. You're a great help to the community and great help in supporting people in their learning and, of course, in their tools. So thank you for doing that. So with that said, I hope everybody can take advantage of some of these deals, get some good learning materials at a really inexpensive price point, maybe some tools. And again, if you like this video, hey, subscribe down there, make sure you like it, and we'll talk soon. But enjoy Black Friday, enjoy Cyber Monday, take advantage of these deals. Talk to you soon. Bye.